Hello friends and welcome back to the channel. Where have you been? I haven't seen you in a while. Well, in any event, you can see I added the covers to the outside mirrors, but that's not why we're here. We're here because, I'm considering replacing the AMG C63s. I'd had it for almost 3.5 years, since 2018, June 23rd, I think. Even though I bought it like in April of that year, but I didn't get delivery until June. So I need your help in picking up the replacement. And I have a few choices, which I will show you in a moment. All right, friends, so what is going on? As I said, I've had the car for about 3.5 years, and it just happens that I have a standing offer for the car as long as I don't put like 20,000 miles on it or have an accident. That is actually very, very good. So, having that in mind, so, if I sell the car, what am I gonna do? I need to get another car. So what I have done is come up with a list of cars that I will consider, for replacements to the AMG. And these are in not particular order, and that's where I need your help. Let me know your opinion about which car would you also consider to have if you needed to replace yours. So as I said, in no particular order, I have the 2022 Audi Etron GT. I driven it a couple of weeks ago and didn't do a review because, again, everybody's doing reviews, nothing new, no more value that I can add to the review, so I decided not to do it. It's a nice car. My only concern is electric, obviously. My only concern is the mileage. It doesn't give you much. It's like 230 to 240 miles for a full charge, and that's for commuting. It's great, but if you're traveling, that's a lot of stops in between. So the Audi Etron GT. The next one is also electric, and by the way, of the cars that I have listed or will list, it's about 7 are electric, or either electric or hybrid. So the next one is a 2022 Genesis electrified G80. It's a nice car. It's more on the luxury genre of cars. But it's a beautiful car, very well appointed, has a longer range than the Audi. I think it's in the 300-mile range. I haven't driven that car. I only seen any pictures. So again, that's one of the other cars that I'm considering. Genesis has a very good reputation for quality of the cars that they make. Granted, Genesis, I think, is a luxury brand of either Hyundai. I think it's Hyundai, if I remember correctly. But again, it's a beautiful, beautiful car. If you have been on a Genesis, you know what I'm talking about. The next one is more of a, outlier in the group that I'm considering, because I'm not sure whether they are in full production yet. Is a 2022 Karma GS6. This is a hybrid. They also have the GSE, I think, that is fully electric, but I couldn't find any information as to when they're going to be available. They are only taking reservations right now. They don't have delivery dates, but the GS6 is available. So again, it's a nice line, beautiful car. I took a look at it way back when I visited Naples Motorsports, one of the candy shops that I visited. They had a couple of the Karmas on display, the older ones, 2016 or 18 or something like that, and they're beautiful cars. The range is also in the neighborhood of 300,000, I wish, 300 miles or so. But my concern is whether production is going to be up to speed to provide delivery on a reasonable period of time. Next one, and I'm really considering this one seriously, the 2022 Mercedes-Benz EQS 450 Plus. Again, I've only seen it on pictures and YouTube reviews, and it's a beautiful car. Mileage is again in the 300 plus side, 300 miles plus side. I think it's actually 340 or 350. But it's just a beautiful, stunning car. Again, more on the luxury side than on the sports side. I talked to the dealership here in Fort Myers. They're expecting to have one that they can demo sometime towards the end of the year. I will say December or so. Obviously, I'm not going to buy a car without, well, I did it with the AMG, without first looking at it and getting on it and driving it. The AMG, as you know, was sight unseen, just pictures and just, basically the specifications. Fell in love with the car, and well, that's what I have. Then the next one is the Lucid 2022 Lucid Air. They are just coming up now into the market with deliveries. So there is a backlog in terms of people that have requested the car, but they have not received it. Well, obviously they haven't received it because they're just delivering them. So I don't know, again, what the backlog is. It's a nice car. They claim, and I'm not sure whether it's true or not, they claim more than 400 miles. I think it's actually in the 500 mile range for a full charge Lucid Air. It's a nice car. The color combinations are not there for me. They're very bland, basically similar to the Teslas. You only have like 4 or 5 choices. So I'm not, I'm on the fence line with that one. But again, one of the considerations. Next one, and I did a review of this one, is a 2022 Porsche Tycoon. It's a beautiful car. I drove it. Very well appointed interior. It's a 4-passenger car, 4-door car, similar to the Panamera. Range continues to be an issue because their range of the Porsche Taycan is not even up to 300 miles per charge. So that becomes an issue. We travel, and my wife, as you know, has the Tesla Y, and we have traveled with the Tesla Y, and it gives us more than 240, 250 miles per charge. And then you have the Tesla superchargers, which, depending on how depleted the battery is, you're done within 20 to maybe 35 minutes or so. So that has been very practical. You stop, recharge, do a bunch of things while you're recharging. What we found here in Florida, for example, is that some of the supercharger stations and now located in Wawa gas stations, which is very convenient because they have a convenience store, and they have they sell you coffee and a bunch of different things, and they have restrooms too. So it's a nice stop if you're traveling farther away. Next on the list is the 2022 Tesla Model S, not the Plaid, because I'm thinking, well, between the S, the plain S, and the Plaid, there is a difference of about anywhere from $50,000 to $60,000. And what do you get? Well, you get 1,022, or the equivalent, 1,020 equivalent horsepower, and 0 to 60 in 1.9 seconds. Well, I'm not gonna be drag racing. I don't need 1,000 horsepower to drive the car. It's nice to have, but really, here in Florida or anywhere in the US, where are you gonna use it, really? Even with the AMG, 650 horsepower, can't use it. Maybe in a straightaway where in the middle of nowhere, I may be able to use it, but otherwise, so horsepower, even though it's nice to have, is not really, something that I actually need. It's more of a want than a need, so I don't need it, nor do I want it actually. But the 22 Tesla Model S is beautiful. It hasn't changed much since the original S. They have done, a couple of mostly cosmetic changes here and there. The mileage, though, is very good because it's at a 400 plus mile per charge for that car, and that is very attractive. And in addition to that, again, as I said, the supercharger stations, which are pretty much everywhere. So that's probably among the top on my list. The next one is a 2022 Lexus LC500. It is a beautiful car. Okay, I had a Lexus way back when. I had a GS 300, and it is Lexus makes quality cars, and the LC500 is a beautiful car, plenty of colors, and they actually have an orange one, which I love, and they have a yellow one, which I also love. I don't know why, I like the outstanding or not outstanding, bright colors. But the LC500 is a beautiful, beautiful car. Seriously considering that one. Yes, you have to place an order because not many dealerships have actually on stock. It's not an inexpensive car, even basic, do not add anything to it. You're talking close to 100,000. That's a consideration too. One thing that I have done, I have eliminated all of the supercars. I think that they are way overrated and way expensive. I don't think you can get one new for less than 250,000, and from there you go, basically limitless. $1.5 million if you wanna, like a McLaren Senna. So supercars, are out of the question. I don't want to spend that much, definitely. And what do you get? Yeah, you get exclusivity of having a supercar. And okay, so what? I get if that's your thing, I get plenty of looks on the AMG. So that's not my thing. Last but not least, and I did a review of this one too. And at the time, I wasn't very convinced because I thought it had no personality. I still think it has very little personality because I think it's a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of the other one. It's a 2022 Corvette C8, but the R version, which is limited. It's only limited to 1,000 cars apparently, according to Chevy. So getting one is going to be extremely difficult, even if you want to get just the regular Corvette, the 3LT version with a Z1, Z51 package. I just stopped by one of the Chevy dealerships, and they told me that the wait is anywhere from 12 to 16 months. I'm not in a hurry, but if people are waiting so long, then this Corvette is going to be as common as, Toyota Corolla. Everybody's going to have one. Not that I care, but I want something more, a little bit more, I don't know what, exclusive? I don't know. Unique, not exclusive, unique. Yes, the Corvette is unique, but I think that, as I said, everybody and their cousin is ordering one, apparently. According to the website, well, they don't say anything. I wanted, considering museum delivery, because that would be a kick, going to Kentucky, getting the car there, the tour of the factory, and the car displayed and all that, and your own plaque inside the car. So the Chevy dealership that I stopped by had a used one, a 2LT model, convertible, museum delivery, because it still has the name of the original owner. Apparently he just wanted to sell that one, make a little money on that particular car. I don't know how much he paid, but he's selling it for $109,000, which I think is excessive for that particular car, not for Corvette C8, because you can get a lot of additions to the car and they're beautiful, and yes, they'll get over 100,000, but that one in particular I think is overpriced. And the reason he's selling it, well, because he wants to make money, and because he placed an order for a Z06, which are not going to be delivered until 2023 anyway. The Z06 is a supercar in my book, or will be a supercar in my book, because its performance will be at par with many Ferraris, McLarens, Lamborghinis, and so on. So that will be, I believe, the first American-made supercar. If you're talking performance, well, I mean, actually, if you're talking performance, then the Tesla Model S Plaid is also a supercar, 1,020 horsepower, and it ran the Nuremberg in 1.9 seconds. That'll be amazing. But it ran the Nuremberg track faster than any other production car in the world. Okay, not a Formula One, not a whatever. But that's as I said, the Tesla Model S is a consideration along with the other ones that I mentioned. So let me know in your comments, what do you think? Which car, if you were my shoes, would you consider replacing the AMG C63s with? Okay, or if you have a suggestion, please also put it in your comments. Okay, I hope to see you sooner than 2 months. I think that my last posting was 2 months ago. So I hope to see you sooner. All right. In the meantime, stay safe, stay healthy, and enjoy life. Okay. Peace.